Hello everybody, my name is John Kelly and I'm a member of your web support team, and I'm here to give you a short tutorial video, the first of many actually, of how to use your website and give you a little tour of the different tools and things that are going on here. And keep in mind, these tutorials are designed for a complete absolute beginner, meaning that you don't have any experience with websites. If you do have website experience, please bear with me because this is again made for an absolute beginner. So the first thing we want to do is recognize the template that we're using here is a demonstration website. The theme itself happens to be for the salon industry, salon and spas. Yours may be different in appearance and color, etc. But for the most part, the structure of the website is likely the same. Now, on this page here, we can see that it pretty much is bordered with content all the way around the edges. Well, we did that purposely, and there's a lot of search optimization reasons for that, but as well as user reasons for that. But ultimately, the area of concern that you're going to be mostly concerned with is the middle area, and that is the area that you'll have the ability to control changes with. You also have the ability to change this menu, and we'll get into that in a little bit too, as far as order and placement and changing titles and things like that. So we'll get into that a little bit later in our next videos, but for right now, let's just learn how to log into the back end of this website. Alright, so if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, it may be, likely it's on the right hand side, maybe on the left, maybe even in the footer, but somewhere you're going to see a link called Login. So if I click on that, it's going to take me to the login screen. Now, the browser I'm using here is Google Chrome. Okay, so your boxes may not be yellow like these, but anyway, I'm going to type in my username. Yours may be manager also. Your password was given to you. Keep in mind that your passwords are case sensitive, meaning that if you have capital letters and lowercase letters, they have to be typed in exactly as they were sent to you, with no spaces. So please remember that. That's very important, or you will not be able to log in. If you did lose your password, you do have an option. Lost your password? Well, you click on that. It'll ask you for your email address, and you put your email address in. It sends the password to you. You click on that link. It brings you back to here. It says, okay, just sent you your password. You go back to your email again, click on the link, and it will send you a password and email. Sounds involved, but it will get you a new password, and once you've logged back in, you can reset it to whatever you want it to be. Okay, well, all that being said, I'm going to log into my website now. If you notice, we're using WordPress. It's a content management system. It's mainly used for blogging, but we use it primarily for content management. Just make it easy for you to be able to work your website. Not to mention it has the power of the blog in there as well, which is just an absolute beautiful thing. So we're on our dashboard right now, and this is our whole control panel, dashboard, whatever you want to call it. But there's functions in here that we're going to talk about, especially the things in the middle here. We're going to talk about a lot of that stuff in another video or two, so don't worry about it right now. But what I want you to be concerned with is that this is where you're always going to go. This is your navigation menu to do just about everything. And the one place that you're going to go to the most is the menu here called Pages, because pages are where you're going to find the pages of your website to find the content you need to change. Now, if you notice on the navigation menu, if I move my mouse over top of these, a little drop down arrow appears next to them. So if I click on the drop down arrow, obviously the menu will open up. So you can see how that little function works. So if your page menu is not opened up, that's how you open it, or any page for that matter. Okay. If you ever want that, change your password, by the way, this is where you would do it in your profile. Okay. So on my pages menu, you can see I have a list of pages. I can add a new page, and I can change the page order. For right now, we just click on Pages, and that's going to open up all the different pages that are on our website. So in here, you can see there's an ID number. You don't need to be concerned with that. That's just database stuff. You don't need to worry about that at all. But what it will give you is the name of the page, and if you notice when I move my mouse over any one of these names, a little menu pops up underneath of it. Okay, and the only thing on that menu that you're really going to need to use is Edit. So if we click on either the name or click on Edit, they will both take you to the same place, and I just clicked it, and that's going to take us into the page editor. So again, how did I get here? I logged into the dashboard. I went to Pages, found my page on the menu called Home. I clicked on that, and here it is. I'm in the page editor. Now on my page editor, this is where you can actually change the title of a page. As I mentioned on the front of the website, you can change the title. So let me show you where this title actually is on the front. How do I get to the front? Well, I have some options. And by the way, when I say the front, I mean the public view, the live view of your website. We're in what we call the back, or the back end of the website, where it's non-public. Only you can see this. I can either click View Page, or let me show you a little shortcut here. You'll see the name of your website up here next to the WordPress logo. Click on that. When you do that, it automatically takes you to your home page. Right here we see the word Home. This is the home page. So when I clicked on that, this will be this page. Click on any other page, obviously it'll bring up that page. Okay, but if I want to change the name Home to something else, that's where I would do that. So how do I get back to where I was? Well, you have two options now. A little navigation exercise here. How do I get back to the page editor? I can use my browser's back button, whatever that may be. Or I could also go back down here. Remember where it said login? Well, now it says site admin. It says you're already logged in. I can click on that. That'll bring me back in. And now I have to start over though if I do that. If I use the browser's back button, it would have just taken me right back where I was. That's okay, because I click on Pages, I go to Home, brings me back into the editor. Okay. Don't worry about the warning there, that just means I'm on here. Okay, you won't see that. So as I go into the home page now, you can see that my editor is opened up, and the only thing about it though is that it's kind of small, like a small window here to work in. So that's okay, we have a way to open that up. If you go down here to the bottom of the text editing window, you'll see a little diagonal line. Move your mouse over that and you'll see a little double-ended arrow shows up. Click and hold on that with your mouse and drag it down, and that'll open that window up nice and wide for you. Make it easier for you to work on. Also, we have all our editor functions, all our buttons going across here. And you notice anytime I move my mouse over top of one of these buttons, a little, what do you call it, a little window opens up explaining what that is. They call that a tooltip. So if I click on this one button here, if you don't see two menus here, you have to click on this one. It'll open up a second row, and it's called the kitchen sink button, by the way. It shows you everything but the kitchen sink that you have for an editor tool. Chances are this will be open by default anyway. But in here, if you notice, I can pretty much edit anything that I could edit in Word or my email editor, etc. Like for example, if I wanted to take these words right here and just make them bold, I click on bold. Maybe I want to change their font color to, I don't know, maybe I'll make them green or make them teal. Okay, so just for ha-has, I'm going to sit here and go in here and change those colors. Now how do I save that change? Well, it's very simple. If I go over here to the right, you're going to see a great big blue button that says update. So think of that as your save button. Okay. Now here's the thing though, when I click update button, this will be live. Anything that I see will immediately be live to the public. So if somebody's on the website at that moment, they're going to see that. So if you're just in the works of building something, you may want to preview it first. So what we'll do is go up here, instead of updating it, let's take a look at a preview. So click on preview changes. It's going to open up another browser window, and it's going to show you changes. And for whatever reason, that didn't show me the change. Let's see why. Let's click on update. It might be my browser that I'm using is not showing me that. Okay, so let me back up for a second because my little experiment there didn't work. So what I did is I changed the color and I made it bold, and I clicked on update. What I actually just did is I saved the page change. So it's now live since the preview changes didn't work. So when I click on page updated, I'm going to go and I'm going to go take a look at the page, see what it looks like now. So again, I got a couple options to do that, or I can go up there and hit that link. This time we'll just choose this one instead. And there you go. I don't know why it didn't work. It may just be this browser. It didn't accept it, but ultimately once I saved it, it did save the change, and you can see that I made that bold and I made that teal. So you can see how the editor works. Now once again, how do I get back to where I was? Well, again, you can go the long way, go down to Site Admin, or you can plain and simply hit the back button, and that'll take you back into the editor. Now, you don't want that change? Okay, well, we can get rid of that. We can go in here and take the bold away, and we can take the color away and change it back to black again. We're all set. I click on Update, changes are saved, and we're good to go. So this has been an introductory to how to get into the back of your website, how to navigate your menus, and an introductory to your page editor. Now from here there's going to be quite a few more videos to show you some more advanced techniques about your dashboard, how to use the editor, putting pictures in, how to enter videos, create new pages, change the page order, even how to use the blog as we go down the road here. So stay tuned, we got more to come.